Justice Michael Saldanha, this is the second letter that you've written, Justice Saldanha. This letter goes into great detail, and you've called it a formal legal notice, and you've made new charges. You've spoken about property of Franco Mullakkal. Now, do you have proof that he has properties and that he's corrupt? Now, that's a new dimension that you've brought into this entire issue. On what basis are you saying that, and why have you called it a formal legal notice? Will it elicit a response from the Vatican?
Well, two things. First of all, the Vatican has passed an order which is tantamount to a dismissal of Sister Lucy. It is an order which has legal repercussions. And I have asked for corrective action. Basically, I have asked for a review of that order. And that is the reason why I have called it a formal legal notice. Now, the second question that you've asked me is on the basis of various reports, and I believe that most of them are authentic. This is not hearsay, and we have very clear concrete evidence of the fact that money power is being used. And that is the reason. Now, I have not made any reference to corruption. I am sorry, that is the wrong word. I have not made any reference to corruption. Well, all that I have pointed out is that power and influence were working, and that was the reason why Mullakkal was not arrested, and no legal steps were taken despite a very, very comprehensive and very incisive investigation in this case. And the only charge against Sister Lucy is that she, along with others, she made a demand, and it's a legitimate demand, perfectly legitimate, it's a valid demand. She made a demand in which she said that, along with the others, that please implement the law of the land. Now, what is wrong with that? And do you target her for that? She's exercising her rights as a citizen of India. She's exercising her rights as an aggrieved person because one of her colleagues is the person who had been targeted in this case and who is the victim. And therefore, it's a perfectly legitimate demand that was made by all the sisters. Now, why do you pick her out, and why do you start proceedings which go on for 2.5 years, and why do you summarily pass an order dismissing her? Now, she points out, she says, nobody was willing to even listen to me from day one. I have not done anything wrong, and all sorts of things have happened. The initial charge was that she had demanded action in a case where for various reasons no action was being taken.
Yeah.
Now, what I want to add to this is the fact that when the case was investigated, it was found that there are witnesses. If you look at the charge sheet, there are witnesses who say that we were being targeted. And the examination of all the facts of this case very clearly indicate that this is a case of not only I don't term it as sexual harassment. I said this is a case of sexual slavery, which is far more serious. And under the laws that we have in India, the consequences of this are very serious.
Okay.
Now, you rightly said, you see, the church is a global institution. We respect the church, and that's the reason why I've said everything is wrong with regard to this case. She was not allowed to defend herself. The appeal that she filed was summarily thrown out. The next appeal, the final appeal she files to Rome, that is also summarily thrown out. A very doubtful order has been sent to her, which is supposed to have been passed some 13 months back. Now, if an order is passed 13 months back, at a time when the Vatican office was closed because of COVID, it becomes a very suspicious order.
Yeah.
And now instead of going into all these very embarrassing facts, because the consequences, you see, the consequences to the church will be very embarrassing if you get into a fight. It's far better to take corrective action. And what is the corrective action I've asked them for? You see, the Vatican has confirmed a void order of the Inter Nuncio. That's an ex parte order without a hearing. It's a void order. I said, set aside that order, and they asked them to give Sister Lucy a fair hearing.
Okay.
Now, I have in passing pointed out that I am willing to, if she has no lawyer or if she has no one to represent her, I am even willing to assist her.
Okay.
Because I feel that this is a case of rank injustice, and from the feedback that I am getting,
okay,
every single person who has spoken to me about this, they've said that this is not injustice; these are atrocities.
Can I to your opening comment get a response, Justice Saldanha?
One of the reasons why. Yes.
Yeah. So, sorry to cut you short there, because we'll take it one point at a time.
Please.
Yeah. Can I get the?
No.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
No problem.